all elite, all elite, all elite, all elite.
What's up, people?
This is Armbar Audio. I'm your host, Tim Farley. Next to me is my trusty companion,
John Kearns. What's up, everybody? Joining us today is our lovely friend, Sid, the NerdyMark Sriram.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? This is Sid here, the NerdyMark, as you mentioned, John. Hope you all are doing well. I am doing fantastic.
Amazing.
I am ready to. Thank you for having me for the second time in a row for on your show. I know I'm seriously though. This is awesome. So I am very excited to dive right into what we got to talk about today, and I think we are having a loaded topic, specifically an elite topic.
Very.
See what I did there?
It's a beautiful Sunday. Happy Memorial Day weekend to those celebrating in the United States of America. And for all of those who are not in the United States of America, I hope you're having a great weekend. Last night, we got to see the first ever pay-per-view from All Elite Wrestling called Double or Nothing. Of course, this was a play on words after the All In event brought by the Elite. So, let's dive right in, shall we? The first match, well, we're going to do the pre-show as well. The first match was the Casino Battle Royal.
Yes.
John, you sound very excited. Why don't you start talking about it?
Well, the Casino Battle Royale was, in and of itself, a very unique take on Battle Royals of this type.
How so, John?
A Royal Rumble type match where entrants came in 5 at a time.
Sorry.
And they had suit numbers, didn't they?
Yeah, they had.
And...
So everybody would draw a card, and whatever suit they were was what group they were in. They had the 4 suits come out to make 20, and then the special Joker card entrant, which was number 21. 21 because casino themed.
Correct. I thought some of the good spots in this match were AC Romero pounced Marco Stunt out of the ring. Jimmy Havoc put out a lit cigarette to Joey Janela's head. Havoc stapled Tommy Dreamer's nuts. Luchasaurus with a huge chokeslam to Joey Janela to the outside through a table. Orange Cassidy was hilarious as he was saving his energy and throwing little kicks at Tommy Dreamer, who allowed him this until he threw him out of the ring. Sony Kiss made Tommy Dreamer kiss his ass. Page was the Joker. Hangman Adam Page, that is. He was scheduled to have a match against Pac, but Pac, due to creative differences, was not at this event. So he came out as the wild card. Havoc.
What a bastard.
What a bastard. Havoc, Luchasaurus, Page, and MJF are the final participants. MJF was hiding outside the ring. Luchasaurus hit a huge big boot to Havoc to send him out. Luchasaurus did a kind of a inverted inverted razor's edge or something like that to Hangman Adam Page, and as he was going to boot Page out of the ring, Page pulled down the ropes and Luchasaurus went over. The timekeeper rang the bell, but MJF came out of nowhere and went to throw Hangman over the ropes. Hangman stayed on, came back with the lariat, and took out MJF and became the first number 1 contender to the All Elite Wrestling Heavyweight Championship. I thought that this was an awesome battle royal, much more interesting and fun than the usual types of battle royals, as most people who watch this show know that I am not a fan of battle royals. Sid, what did you think about this match?
Oh, I liked it. It was really fun, and Paige coming out at the number spot, I think was very, very warranted. I think it's definitely like, even in episodes of BTE when, Paige was like, "Oh, I'm not coming to Double or Nothing," or whatever. It's like, yeah, you totally are going to be in Double or Nothing by some capacity. I originally did think that they were going to have Tama Tonga and Paige face off, which would have been a good match too, and that's fine.
Insane.
But it would have been insane. But Paige coming out and winning was a nice feel good moment.
Yeah.
Not gonna lie, I was a little bummed that it wasn't like Moxley or Punk or somebody. I mean, I'm sure we'll get to that. We'll get to that later. But I think this was a good battle royal, like you said. It was a very interesting take on a battle royal, which is cool. And I'll be honest, I'm not a big fan of them either. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of them either, Tim, except for maybe like the Royal Rumble. But this was. So I like the fact that it was like a very much Royal Rumble style of a battle royal. But overall, the match was good. Janela is fantastic. It's still, in my opinion, Janela is God. So he's impressed me a lot. I've watched some of his older matches, and he impressed me so much. So seeing him in AEW, I can't wait for.
He's certainly a guy that can take a beating.
Yeah. Like, I can't wait for mainstream audiences to finally get introduced to Joey Janela and what he can really do.
I can't wait for mainstream audiences to get introduced to Jimmy Havoc, because that dude was badass.
Man's insane. Great showing for Luchasaurus.
Yes.
Fantastic showing for Luchasaurus.
They're building Luchasaurus as one of their top hosses.
Wasn't he the guy, Tim, you said that if I like Punishment Martinez, he's the guy I should start watching as well?
I don't remember, but probably.
Yeah. There was some episode of Armbar Audio which I was listening to, so yes, I do listen to your episodes. You were like, you kind of shouted me out. You're like, "Hey, Sid, the Nerdy Mark, if you like Punishment Martinez, you'll like Luchasaurus," or something like that.
It might have been.
Sounds like something you would say.
Yeah, it might have been. There was.
Yeah, but it was good. I like Luchasaurus. He was cool.
Yeah. Awesome. So I was also impressed by Dustin Thomas. Is that his name? The guy with no legs?
Yes.
Yeah. He did a 619 and then the kind of like Eddie Guerrero flop into the ring splash.
Right.
That was pretty cool. The next match on the pre-show was Kip Sabian against Sammy Guevara. Sabian.
This match was... I said this match was a lot better than it needed to be.
Right.
Yeah.
Kip Sabian springboarded off the second rope on the apron and hit Guevara with a senton. A Cruciatus clutch by Sabian, which was a sweet-looking leg submission. Sammy misses 2 moonsaults, but hits a standing shooting star press in succession. Springboard missile dropkick to Sammy. Suplex over the top. Both men hold on, and Sammy hits the suplex on the outside, a la Dynamite Kid and Tiger Mask 1. Yeah. Sammy hits a shooting star press like a leg guillotine that RVD does, with Kip Sabian draped across the barricade. I thought that was pretty awesome. Kip gets his knees up on Sammy's 630 and follows with the Deathly Hallows for the win. I was really impressed by Kip, as it was my first time seeing him, and as usual, Sammy Guevara did not disappoint.
I love all the Harry Potter references in his moves.
Yes.
I love that.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I love that Deathly Hallows move.
Yeah.
It's like a reverse AA into like a Falcon Arrow type thing.
I wonder if he has a move called Avada Kedavra or Expelliarmus or something like that. That would be pretty cool.
Avada Kedavra was actually the thrust kick to the head that Seth Rollins does.
Nice.
He used to call it that. Yeah.
Interesting. Oh, nice. Maybe Sabian should do it. You know?
He should yell Avada Kedavra before hitting his finish.
Yes. Sammy is a fellow Texan to you, Sid, and I know how much you mark out for your fellow statesman. How did you feel about Sammy's performance here, as it was your first time seeing him, correct?
Yeah, but I've seen him on BTE, of course, and I hate that guy. No, I'm just kidding. No, reference to being the elite. No, I was very impressed with Sammy Guevara. I love the fact that he's like this well-meaning guy, but he's still like a dick.
Yeah.
It's just so, if you understand what I'm saying, like he's like one of those guys, he thinks he's doing good, but he's actually like being like just the biggest douche in the world. I also love the fact that before he was about to hit the 630, he yelled 630, and he was about to hit the splash. I mean, he missed, but it was so cool. But I love Sammy Guevara. Very proud to call him a fellow Texan. I mean, I'm sure you guys mark out when you see like fellow Pittsburgh.
Oh, I do.
Pittsburgh.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, don't you mark out for like Drew Gulak and all those people?
Not like Philly people, not Pennsylvanians, just mainly Pittsburghers.
I mark out for Britt Baker, Adam Cole. Adam Cole's actually from Lancaster. So, yeah, I do.
What about, like, I mean, you marked out for Kurt Angle.
Oh, definitely. Kurt Angle, Corey Graves.
Kurt Angle's a fucking national treasure.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Angle, Corey Graves, Elias. I mark out for Elias. So, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, but yeah, I mean, I loved it. I love Sammy Guevara. And Kip Sabian did a great job. My first time seeing both of them. So I was very, very impressed with the showing that they both put.
Yes. There was a fantastic opening to the show with the Elite, especially Matt Jackson.
It was like a mini BTE episode.
Yeah, especially Matt Jackson meeting Michael Nakazawa and the Bucks super kicking some security who asked for credentials. The Bucks, Omega, Brandy, and Cody come out, and they announced that it was a new record for the MGM Grand with 20,000. This was the first sensory-inclusive event in wrestling history.
Poking the bear. They were poking fun at WWE's.
How they always
they round
up. Yeah, this is the wrestling business.
They
round up. The first match of the evening was SCU versus the Stronghearts. Daniels sang some Queen, which I thought was awesome.
Very cool.
T-Hawk catches Scorpio Sky from a Rana into a powerbomb. SCU with great tag teaming on El Lindemann. Sema with a knee drop to a draped Daniels. Double pancake to double drop kick by Sema and T-Hawk. An STF-like maneuver by T-Hawk and El Lindemann and Sema dropkick Daniels' face. Amazing tag sequence by Stronghearts ends with a bridging German to Scorpio Sky by El Lindemann for 2. A Northern Lights suplex to T-Hawk while pinning Sema by Kazarian for 2. After amazing offense by both teams, SCU win with a best Meltzer ever. I thought that this was a fantastic sprint-style opening match.
Yeah.
Even though the Stronghearts lost, they were showcased very well here.
Mm-hmm.
John, what do you think about this match?
I agree with you. I love seeing SCU get the win. I love SCU coming out and doing the worst town I've ever been to gimmick live. Yeah, SCU is great. Stronghearts are great. Loved seeing Chima. I was watching with my mother and my grandfather, so I had to explain who everybody was. And my joke for this match, what I said was, she was asking who Chima was because everybody was talking about Chima being like a legend. And I said, Chima is the guy in, for lack of a better term, Buddy Murphy shorts.
Yes. Sema and Christopher Daniels worked for WCW back in the day, and Michinoku Pro and stuff like that.
Daniels, of course, famously worked for TNA/Impact for many years.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Sid, what did you think about seeing the Oriental Wrestling Entertainment for the first time?
That was a very impressive showcase for whatever I saw. And the reason I say it is because, okay, so real quick, I told you guys this, but I guess the Armbar audio doesn't know. So I was watching this whole pay-per-view while I was on the road. We actually took a trip to San Antonio on Saturday, and so I was kind of watching it, like on my phone. So the thing is, when this match was going on, we actually stopped at a Starbucks to get some coffee. So I wasn't like fully paying attention.
Right.
But whatever I saw was fantastic. OWE, I'm excited to see what they do in the near future for AEW, and this partnership looks like it's going to be a very fruitful one.
Yeah.
I would have to agree.
I'm all about it.
The next match was Kylie Ray
About
versus...
that life.
About that life.
The next match was Kylie Ray versus Britt Baker versus Nyla Rose. Allie was out on commentary. After all three women got in the ring, Brandy Rhodes came out.
This is where we got our first big surprise of the night.
Brandy Rose says she doesn't want a great match, she wants an awesome one, and brings out none other than Awesome Kong. As the match started, Kong shrugged off Britt Baker and Kylie Ray and hit Rose with a spinning back fist to send her out of the ring. Britt and Ray have some time in the ring until Britt goes for a diving crossbody to the outside to Kong, but Kong catches her until Kylie Ray hits a suicide dive, knocking them down. Nyla Rose with a huge spine buster on Ray for 2. Sling blade from Britt to Nyla for 2. Huge Samoan drop from Nyla Rose to Britt, which looked better than Roman Reigns' Samoan drop. Tower of Doom leaves Awesome Kong standing alone. Nyla with a spear to Kong into the steps on the outside after Kong ate a super kick from Kylie Ray and Britt Baker each. A fisherman swinging neckbreaker from Britt Baker to Kylie Ray for 2. Kylie Ray lifts Britt from a roll-up into a deadlift German for 2, which I thought was awesome. Britt wins with a super kick and a Ushigoroshi to Kylie Ray in an awesome match. Now, Sid, what did you think about seeing Awesome Kong?
I did mark out a little bit because I do really like Awesome Kong, though I only know her from her brief stint as Karma. But even then, it was really good to see her, and I did want to see a little bit more of Nyla Rose and Karma or Awesome Kong interacting in the ring.
I think that's going to happen. I think that's going to be
a feud. Yeah, I think so. That should happen. Hopefully, Fight for the Fallen. That would be a match. Who knows? But yeah, it was cool. It was a genuine surprise. I was wondering if she would ever wrestle again.
I didn't see it coming at all. It was an actual big shock. And first time in a long time that something happened in wrestling or a surprise appearance happened in wrestling that I was truly shocked and surprised.
Yeah, same here. I literally yelled.
I was like, whoa!
Yeah.
Like, I literally was like, oh my God.
I said an expletive. And today I'm not going to use such expletives because last episode I used many expletives.
Oh, yes. And I actually tweeted, I was like, Awesome Kong was there, which to me means that Glow Season 3 is finally ready to go on Netflix, so get on it.
Yeah, I hope so. I love that show.
I love
it. The next match was the Best Friends versus Jack Evans and Angelico.
Top quote from this match, nobody kicks out of the Falcon Arrow.
Nobody. Best Friends start strong, look for a hug, but their opponents hit back drop kicks to stop it.
What a couple heels.
A double stomp backdrop by Evans and Angelico. Assisted 450 gives Evans a 2 count. A huge lariat from Trent to Evans. Taylor with a Falcon Arrow to Evans for 2. And that's when everyone said no one kicks out of the Falcon Arrow. Standing sliced bread on the outside from Taylor to Angelico. Soul food into a half and half suplex to Angelico, and the Best Friends get their hug in. Crucifix into a crusher to Evans for 2. Angelico puts Evans up in a suplex, and Evans flips off and splashes onto Trent for 2. Trent runs right into a big knee from Angelico, a crucifix buckle bomb, then a 630 splash pin gets stopped by Chuck Taylor, a doomsday knee strike to Evans. The Best Friends win with a backward piledriver stomp combo. I don't know the name of this move, sorry.
I don't feel bad.
In a fantastic tag match. They all hug, but then all the lights go out. The Super Smash Brothers from Shikara come out with multiple minions and lay waste to all 4 men. They hit some awesome moves like the Bat Breaker.
I think that's what they called it.
And then the lights go out and the segment ends. I had no idea who they were. I had to wait till after the show to find out who they were, but they made an impact.
I had to peruse Twitter.
I kind of got the feeling that they were from Shikara because of the masked guy. He looked like a Shikara type of wrestler.
Yeah.
So, what did you guys... since this was his first time seeing Angelico and Jack Evans, I'm going to ask Sid, what was your impression by Jack and Angelico?
Those guys are super speed demons, and I like them a lot. They're fantastic. And of course the best friends. Wait, who said no one kicks out of a Falcon Arrow?
I think it was Jack Evans, right?
No, Chuck Taylor.
Chuck Taylor said it, yeah.
Well, Jack Evans clearly hasn't watched enough Seth Rollins matches. Because, anyway.
You mean Chuck?
Yeah, Chuck Taylor.
Chuck Taylor did the Falcon Arrow.
Yeah, Chuck Taylor did the Falcon Arrow thing.
Yeah. But still, whoever said no one kicks out of a Falcon Arrow has not won.
Yeah, there's many people kick out of hits.
Everyone kicks out of hits.
Well, that's a different promotion, bud.
I'm sorry, Tyler Black.
Yeah.
For all you smarts out there. Anyway, but yeah, I had a lot of fun with this match. The Super Smash Bros, I didn't know about them. I was like, well, are they not gonna come out with like the hammer or a baseball bat or the lasers or the light sword or something? I wanted to see something like that. But
I love the idea of them having all those little, I guess we could call them gremlins
minions?
Or whatever. Yeah, minions.
Yeah,
I love that.
Yeah, that was cool.
Pretty sweet.
That was cool. But if they do not come out with a Smash Bros. Inspired theme, I'll be very disappointed.
Or just some Chip Tony type thing. That'd be sweet.
Yeah. Some Nintendo theme would work.
The next match we got was the Joshi Spotlight. Ryu Mizunami, and Shida versus Yuka, Sakura, and Asia Kong. The match ended when Shida hit Sakura with a running burning knee. This was a wild and crazy match. All 6 women went out, all out. Strikes, suplexes, splashes, everything. They showed the world what Joshi Wrestling is all about, which is hard-hitting action, a lot of agility, just insane stuff. I thought Yuka, Shida, and Mizunami really stood out to me. John, what did you get from this match?
I pretty much the same things you did. I think it was a really good showing for Joshi Wrestling. I'm hoping it will get people interested in stuff like Stardom and
Tokyo Joshi
Pro. But for me, just finally having the chance to see Asia Kong in a ring, because it's a name we've, as wrestling fans, have always heard of, but anybody our age and a little younger has most likely never seen.
Right, and she did the spinning bag fist, just like Awesome Kong, because Awesome Kong, as they said, got it from Asia Kong when she trained in Japan and wrestled in Japan.
Yeah.
That's why she has the name Kong as well. What was your thoughts, Sid?
So, I did not know a damn thing about any of these women going in. So
I only knew about Asia Kong.
Yeah, Asia Kong, I've only heard, again, from your podcasts, from Armor Audio, so, Armor Audio is educational, folks. Watch them. Anyway, but I really liked this match. It was pretty lightning quick. I loved Asia Kong with the final spot with the trash can versus the kendo stick.
Mm-hmm.
Who was the chick that dressed up like Freddie Mercury? What was her name again?
Which one was that? What was her name?
Luckily, I wrote down
Charlie Chaplin, kind of a hybrid. That's kind of what it looked like.
Yeah.
Just because of the
and then there was the
Sakura.
Yeah, and then there was the one chick that was cosplaying Okada. That was awesome.
That was Ryu Mizunami.
And then the other girl in the like white tutu, she looked kind of like reminded me of Kairi Sane a little bit, but
Rio.
Yeah, it was good. And then the genie girl was really cool. I liked her.
Yuka Sakazaki.
Super cool.
Yeah, Yuka Sakazaki. All of them, I enjoyed this match a lot. I have nothing much to say, but because it went by, like I said, it went by so fast, and again, very impressed with the Joshi women, and hopefully I'll.
Yeah, I hope that they all stick around.
Yeah, definitely. Especially now that Awesome Kong is there, Asia Kong versus Awesome Kong versus Nyla Rose.
Or Asia Kong and Awesome Kong reunited.
Or that.
Now we're getting to the nitty-gritty.
Yes, the main events.
The much nitty-gritty. The holy shit nitty-gritty.
I'm going to say this. No. This right here is probably my match of the year so far. Cody
this
versus
right here
Dustin
is the type of shit that reminds us why we love pro wrestling.
And if you didn't have a tear in your eye after this match, I don't know if you're wrestling. I don't know if you're a wrestling earlier fan. Today. At the beginning, Cody and Brandy come out, and there is a golden throne with looked very
Iron
Triple
Cross.
H with the Iron Cross and some skulls. After Cody comes down to the ring, Brandy gives him a sledgehammer.
Yeah.
He goes up to the throne and smashes it and explodes. This was a call to war. This was showing that they are not... Cody is not a B-plus player. Dustin was not a B-plus player. They are going out and doing their own thing. Cody versus Dustin is WrestleMania worthy, and they're going to show them right now. This to me was AEW sending a big fuck you. We are coming after the number one spot to WWE.
See,
so much for not cursing this episode.
I didn't see it that way.
Well,
I know that a lot of people on Twitter are pissed off about this and pissed and shitting on Cody about it. I saw this was Cody's response to the Pissant Company comment that Triple H made at their Hall of Fame speech. And I think this was a one-off.
See, I don't watch the Hall of Fame, so I have no idea about that.
See, Triple H got his jab in, Cody got his jab in, and it's done. We're going to go our separate ways now. That's how I saw it, and how I hope it actually is.
Also, and maybe I'm looking too much into this, but like the coat that Cody was wearing for his entrance, it looked very reminiscent of the Hunter Hearst Helmsley character when he first debuted.
Oh, I just thought he was cosplaying like Gaston or something.
Yeah, something like that.
That could have been too. That could have been there too. But
no one's as slick as Cody or quick as Cody.
So let's get into the match. Dustin hit a rolling...
How many eggs does he eat? Does he like 12 dozen eggs or something?
Yeah.
Dustin hit a rolling senton to the outside. Cody took the turnbuckle pad off when Dustin went for the Shattered Dreams. Cody sent Dustin's face first into the exposed buckle, and Dustin bled throughout the match. All over the place. This was brutal. Brandy hit a spear on the outside, and Earl Hebner threw her out. She wouldn't go, so DDP came out and carried her away.
That was funny.
Cody played heel really well. Cody pulled back on the power slam attempt by Dustin and hit a curb stomp for 2. Dustin hit the power slam for 2. Cody locked in a figure 4 and Dustin turned it over, but Cody got to the ropes. Dustin takes the weight belt off of Cody and spanks Cody's bare ass, which I thought was hilarious.
That was hilarious.
There was a huge superplex and a curtain call for 2.
It's like, I'm going to do what our father never would.
Yeah, exactly.
Cody hits a low blow, a disaster kick, and a crossroads for 2. Dustin hits a crossroads for 2. Both men collide in the middle of the ring. Dustin goes for a cover, but Cody kicks out. Blood is all over the mat, all over both of Dusty's boys, but all coming from Dustin. Cody hits a vertebreaker, then a crossroads for the win. Afterwards, Cody asks Dustin to be his partner and tells him he doesn't get to retire here.
Yeah, at Fight for the Fallen.
Because at Fight for the Fallen, he had a choice of of his partner against the Young Bucks. He doesn't need a partner. He doesn't need a friend. He needs his brother to go against the brothers.
We're getting the Rhodes Boys versus the Young Bucks, man. It's going to be awesome.
And he says all this with a tear in his eye. And both embrace, and Cody opened the ropes for Dustin, which I thought was awesome.
I didn't start crying until the crowd was chanting Dusty.
Yeah.
That got me.
I gotta say, Cody played a great heel in this match. I think that Dustin, they chanted, "You still got it." I don't think it ever left.
No.
As his name is the Natural, Dustin Rhodes. Or Runnels, or whatever the fuck you want to call it. Dusty, I said Dusty's not rolling in his grave. He is smiling from ear to ear. If there was ever someone to make a promotion to rival the WWE, of course it would be one of Dusty's sons, given his rich history with the NWA and WCW and everything that he's done. And it's great to see both of his boys coming together and putting on my match of the year so far.
That was great. I honestly, I'll be honest, like I cried in the Nick Aldis match at All In, and this one got me that much closer to crying, because I was so, like, when I feel emotional about something that I watch, I'll usually I'll have like a quiet laugh, like not as in because it's funny, but because it's emotional.
I'm the same way.
You know, I did feel my eyes welling up a little bit, and I was like, oh my god, this is this is real. This is real shit, you know. And and of course, you know, Cody getting spanked in the ass by Dustin, that was great. So since Cody is the American Nightmare, is that America's ass? I wonder. Anyway, but
no, America's ass is actually the president.
That belongs to Steve Rogers.
Oh, I went somewhere else.
Yeah, you watch. Did you not watch Endgame yet?
No, he hasn't.
Dude, John, you need to get him to watch Endgame. Hey, my name is the NerdyMark, so I will have nerdy references. Okay. Anyway.
What a nerd.
What a mark.
I'm proud of what a mark. Anyway, but
yeah, that's our thing. I say what a nerd. He says what a mark.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, great match. I'm at a loss for words, to be honest with you, for this match.
I understand.
Yeah.
Got a new microphone and he's at a loss for words.
Yeah.
What a nerd.
We can't just do this for the whole show.
God, what a mark. What a fucking mark.
Fucking marks. Bret Hart comes down to unveil the AEW heavyweight title. He calls down Adam Page, as Page will face the winner of Omega and Jericho for the title. MJF makes his way out and makes fun of the fan attacking Bret. He says he's the future and everyone boos him because they're jealous, and he's the face of the company because God knows a horse can't be a face of a company. Says
I'm a horse.
A horse with a bum leg is as useful as these fat, dumb hicks, and they're taken out back and get their head blown off. MJF says to give him his Page's spot because he will be the best there is, the best there was, and says that catchphrase sucks. Page goes to hit him, but he says, easy there, Seabiscuit. Jungle Boy comes down. MJF says he doesn't want to wrestle a prepubescent teenager and walks past him, and Jimmy Havoc comes down. Page leaves the ring, and all three get their shots in on MJF, and Page throws MJF over the barricade. Havoc chokes MJF to the back, and Page holds the title up, and it looks amazing. It looks like
Bret Hart did, actually.
I think you said Adam Page.
Page held it up too.
Did he?
Yeah.
I didn't even notice.
I saw Bret hold it up.
I'm an idiot.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Fuck you. And everyone.
I don't know. Calm down, man.
Either way,
Okay.
the belt looks like it was made in mind for Adam Page in his ring gear.
Yeah, that's what I
like.
Yeah,
The black and gold looks like it would perfectly suit him in his ring gear.
It just looks it looks really nice. It looks like an actual title, unlike
it's fantastic.
one that was unveiled by Mick Foley. I don't want to talk.
We're not going
about
to talk about that.
Yeah, because that thing looks. You know what that looks like? It looks like a big ass clock tied to an oversized jock strap. That's what it looks like.
Yes. This title actually looks like something
fantastic.
Someone would fight for.
Yeah.
Yeah. It looks fantastic.
Yeah.
John,
any thoughts?
It reminds me of the old school TNA title.
I agree.
I love it.
I agree.
I think that was I believe that was the idea, wasn't it?
It might have been an inspiration.
I think so.
I don't know.
I think somebody else said something about the old Florida Championship wrestling.
I never saw that.
Or something like that, like one of the NWA territory belts.
I never got to see the Florida one.
Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it was Tennessee. I don't remember what I read.
Oh.
I read a lot.
Time looks amazing. That's the bottom line. That's what we're trying to say.
That is correct.
I'm just so happy about everything that happened.
How dare they destroy my throne?
There he is.
Triple H, go away. Nobody likes you.
No, stick around. Everybody likes you.
Hey, not nobody likes him. Come on, dude.
Oh, wait. Sid sucks his dick, so...
No. I personally think Cody should have smashed a giant statue of Vince, but...
Yeah. I think... I also think...
overt, in my opinion, but... You know.
I also think that, Cody has said that, I think he has a problem with NXT because they all called all of the people who learned from Dusty's kids.
Right.
And Cody is actually Dusty's kid. So, either way, the penultimate match, holy shit.
I know.
For the AAA World Tag Titles, the Young Bucks versus the Lucha Brothers. This match was a barn burner with suplexes, super kicks, dives, swantons, a top rope brainbuster a la El Generico, a penta driver, stomps, powerbomb, blockbuster, more bang for your buck, sharpshooters, arm breakers, everything you'd expect from both teams. Ultimately, the Bucks won with a Meltzer driver. Absolutely stellar jaw-dropping action. I liked how they played up how the Bucks only wrestled twice this year with the miscues in the beginning of this match.
Yeah.
It had some good psychology, as we know that both of these teams will throw psychology out the window and just give you proper action.
I saw somebody on Twitter said, why does it seem like the Lucha Brothers always get injured after a match? And somebody replied, because the Lucha Brothers always get injured after a match.
Because they go all out. And Ray Phoenix, man, that dude just...
Ray Phoenix has a death wish.
He reminds me of...
all out.
He reminds me of Rey Mysterio back from WCW days. Just like crazy.
Yeah, I was watching this match, and to your point, Tim, like, I was watching this match, and my sister kind of glanced over, and she saw Phoenix, and she's like, "Is that Rey Mysterio?" I'm like, "No, that's Phoenix," but, I mean, she isn't wrong. Like, hell, she called Walter Thanos.
But it's not Mysterio.
There's that.
Well, Rey means king, so one's King Mysterio and one's King Phoenix.
Oh, I always just thought their names were literally Ray. I didn't know that was a thing.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, and then of course she called Walter Thanos. So I was like, oh yeah.
He's kind of Thanos-ish.
Kind of.
Yeah. Yeah, except he actually shows up every week.
Oh damn.
Anyway.
So, getting on to the main event, we got Omega versus Jericho. Jericho's entrance was fantastic, with callbacks to some of his iconic incarnations, such as the Lionheart, the List of Jericho,
I thought
and
my
the
mother.
Jacka.
I thought my mother was actually going to cry when Lionheart flashed across the screen. I think she thought that he was coming out with the
I
Lionheart
did.
gimmick.
I did.
And
I was like, what?
Because she's the entire reason that I love Jericho. It's all because of her. So she was like beside herself when the Lionheart hair and the Lionheart jacket was there.
Yeah.
So cool.
I love how Japanese Kenny's music sounds. I figured you'd have something to say about that, Sid.
Yeah,
very anime-ish.
I like that it was very 8-bit and like very reminiscent to like old school Nintendo games again.
Right.
And again, Kenny's a gamer, so much respect to the guy. So I have to commend the theme music, and I loved his attire too. It looked really nice.
His attire was based off Kirito, the main character in the anime Sword Art Online.
Oh yeah.
Okay, very cool.
I did you finish that show, Tim? Sword Art Online.
The first incarnation, yes.
I watched the first half of that thing, and I was like, nope.
It was completely overhyped.
Yeah.
Unlike this show.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I've been reading a lot of things on forums and everything, and I need to stop that.
I did a lot of unfollowing and muting on Twitter yesterday.
Ugh. Anyway, they start with strikes and chops until Omega goes for a Rana and Jericho settles it into the walls, and Omega crawls outside. Jericho pushed Omega off the barricade and into the crowd. Jericho grabbed the camera and Kenny spit water into his face and the camera itself. Omega with the "You Can't Escape" combo for 2. Jericho busts Omega's nose open with strikes, and Omega hits a Rana. Omega dropkicks a table Jericho was holding to stop a suicide dive attempt, and then hits the table onto Jericho with a tope con hero. Omega slams the table on Jericho, then springboards off the top rope and stomps it into Jericho. A Kitaro Crusher for 2. A leg lariat to the back of Jericho's head, and a V-trigger to the back of Jericho's head into the second turnbuckle. A huge backdrop off of the top from Omega to Jericho for 2. Jericho falls off the one-winged angel and hits an inside-out German, and follows with 2 lion salts for 2 count. Omega catches a code breaker, hits a V-trigger, goes for a tiger driver, but Jericho sends Omega back through the table on the outside. Jericho hits the springboard dropkick. Jericho catches Omega off the top with a codebreaker for 2. Omega hits a snapdragon out of nowhere and follows with another. Omega hits a tiger driver for 2. Jericho blocks a V-trigger and locks in the walls, then puts him in the lion tamer, but Omega gets out of the submission.
Yeah.
Omega hits a huge V-trigger, stops a lion salt into a one-winged angel, but Jericho escapes with a DDT. Jericho hits a codebreaker, then the Judas effect for the 1, 2, 3. This is another one of my matches of the year.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people out there saying that Jericho is out of shape. I think he's in one of the best shape of his career.
Doesn't look bad at all.
No, he puts on good psychology. He puts a lot of things into his match.
Yeah.
I'm glad it wasn't just a brawl. He was commentary even said that he was pulling out moves of his younger years.
Yeah.
What did you guys think of the match?
Go ahead, John.
It was everything I wanted. It's everything you want out of a sequel to a 5-star match.
Sid, do you think this was as good or better than the first match?
I would say it was just as good as the Wrestle Kingdom match. Okay, and by the way, speaking of which, if this is what a dad bod looks like, then I will be very happy if I look like Jericho at his age. Okay.
Yeah, I mean he doesn't have a six-pack, but he got muscles.
Yeah, I mean, so miss me with that. He looks out of shape, BS. I mean, yeah, he's getting old. You know what? But then again, Sylvester Stallone still looks.
That's what I.
He also doesn't inject steroids.
Yeah, this is the same thing I say whenever anybody says, "Oh, Taker looks old." I say, "Yeah,
no shit,"
because he is.
Yeah. And Kenny looks amazing too. Like he was in I think he's in the best shape of his life right now.
Kenny always,
especially
he
looks amazing. Like especially after he leaned down, he looked like a lot better. I think.
Yeah.
And I feel like is it just me or was he a little bit more agile in this match? I don't know.
I think so. Maybe.
I think that Omega just did his thing.
Yeah, he's fantastic. Yeah. And by the way, I did watch the Before the Bell documentary, John.
That was cool. Yeah.
That was great.
I highly recommend
his
that.
Training regimen.
Yeah.
His training regimen was really cool, and I love the reference to Rocky IV.
Yeah.
When he climbed up the mountain and he said Jericho. I was like, yes.
Hilarious. So after the match,
oh boy,
Jericho grabs a mic and says, "You're gonna boo me after that? I don't care, you fucking marks." For months,
he was talking to Sid.
He's been saying Jericho is AEW. Jericho says this company isn't for the fans; it's for him to show everyone his name value. He takes responsibility for all the ticket sales and TV pay-per-view buys sold. He demands a thank you, and the whole crowd boos. And holy shit! But John Moxley comes down through the crowd. Moxley comes into the ring, and Jericho says, "Why the hell are you here?" And Moxley's going, "What? I can't hear you. I don't understand what you're saying." Moxley hits Dirty D's on Jericho. Well, I'm going to say a double underhook DDT.
Yeah.
Hits a double underhook DDT on Jericho, and then hits the ref, rolls the ref out of the ring. The crowd is going insane. Moxley gets down to Omega's level, starts talking, brings him up for the DDT, and instead Omega drives him all the way to the outside through the second rope. They go into the crowd brawling. Omega hits him with a chair and some of the poker chips that were on the stage. Moxley climbs up the poker chips and hits the DDT to Omega. Moxley pretty much AAs Omega off the chips through a table off of the stage. Holy fuck.
Yeah.
That was...
It's a good thing that Dean Ambrose leaving WWE is all the work, so he won't be there forever. I'm very happy about that.
Right. Moxley to WWE, man.
It's all a work. He's going to show up with the AEW title in a month back at WWE and reform the Shield.
Yeah, maybe Bray Wyatt's wanted to Shield, so maybe, who knows?
Yeah, man. Tony Khan.
Yowie. Yeah, that's all I can say is Yowie Wowie.
Yowie Wowie.
Yowie Wowie. Yeah, that was great, man. I've seen John Moxley's older promos, and those are amazing. Especially the one where there's that GIF where it's John Moxley and he says, "Well,
goddamn." Yeah.
Yeah, I went and saw that promo. He's just sitting in the corridor
and
smoking a cigarette. Yeah.
So,
and I didn't know that John Moxley smoked cigarettes. That's interesting. Anyway,
he might not anymore. He might not anymore. Cause
he's in.
If he doesn't smoke,
I think he did more than smoke cigarettes.
If he doesn't smoke, he should totally get Hollywood cigarettes, like the fake ones, because it fits the character. No, they look like real cigarettes, and they have smoke like movie prop cigarettes. Because
got it.
Smoking fits his character.
But now Janela has it.
So Tony Khan should 100% pay for the rights for John Moxley to use "Dirty Deeds" by AC/DC as his theme song.
Honestly, I do like the move named "Dirty Deeds." It's actually really cool. So I think they should somehow work out something to let him use.
I hope so.
Yeah, we'd love to see that.
But if they can't, use "Dirty Deeds" as the theme song as another subtle FU to the WWE.
Yes. So
I mean, I would love Vengeful One by Disturbed. That would be a thing for him. Yeah.
All right then. AEW's next events. We know their show will be starting in October on TNT.
Yeah.
But we have first June 29th, AEW Fighter Fest, which is in partnership with CEO Gaming.
Fighter Fest.
July 13th, we have the Fight for the Fallen, which benefits those affected by gun violence. And then we found out on the show they are returning to Chicago Sears Center August 31st for All Out.
All Out, which is basically the sequel to All In.
Yes. So, guys, AEW first show.
Yeah.
What do you grade it, Sid?
2 thumbs up. That's all I can say. This was an amazing show. This is definitely... I think I wrote a whole thread on Twitter on how I felt about it, but I will say that, first of all, as I mentioned, I was on the road as I was watching this, because, well, one, I did pay my $50, and...
All 3 of us did.
Yep.
What's up?
All 3 of us did. I was going to go to John's to watch it, and I decided last minute, no, I want them to have my money.
Yeah, exactly. Shut up and take my money. Anyway, I got a new job now, so it's whatever. Anyway, so it was. I'm at a loss for words. I was very mesmerized by it, especially Cody versus Dustin, Kenny Omega and Jericho. Of course, Moxley showing up. That was great. Bret Hart to announce the AEW title, I think, is a very underrated surprise.
That was a cool surprise too.
Yeah, I thought it was fantastic.
Yeah, I didn't even think about that, but that was,
of course,
that wasn't announced.
The crowd went nuts.
Yeah.
Yeah, as they should have, and so I have to say, and I know that there were comments saying that this show sucked, whatever. There's probably like 2 of them, maybe 2 of them. What they can do, and there's a reason why I asked you guys this question, but what they can do is they can go and drink a nice tall glass of Granny's peach tea. So, yeah. Please tell me you got the reference.
I don't know.
I have no idea, but it sounds funny.
Okay, fine. All right. It's
okay.
In Batman v Superman, there's like a scene where, Lex Luthor literally fills a mason jar with piss and Brett's Granny's peach tea on it. So.
Yeah. Interesting.
Oh, okay. It's okay. Okay, but yeah, that was.
I don't watch DC movies.
I do. I'm a big DC fanboy.
I'm a Marvel mark. Everybody knows that.
Don't read this comic. Just don't. This was terrible.
What is that?
Dark Knight Strikes Again, sequel to Dark Knight Returns.
Okay, John.
Yeah.
A lot of people are saying that AEW is the successor to WCW and TNA. How do you feel about this? Do you think it's wrong? Do you think it's right?
It's wrong.
I think so too.
AEW is AEW.
Yeah.
It is not the reincarnation of anything. It is a revolution.
That is correct. Yeah. I think that them saying it's WCW, they only have Jericho.
I mean, sure, it's on TNT.
Cody, Jericho, Cody, Dustin. I mean, they have some wrestlers from WWE, ex-WWE wrestlers, but these wrestlers can still wrestle. When WCW took wrestlers from WWE, they were old and shitty and really didn't do much except Kevin and Scott Hall.
I mean, never talk about Goldberg that way again. Okay.
Goldberg didn't come from WWE.
Oh, I thought you said WCW to WWE.
No, I'm saying how WCW.
Okay. No, just keep going. Don't.
Anyway,
ignore me. Ignore me.
Same thing with TNA. TNA took guys who was on the bottom of a WWE card and would give them prominent roles on their show. That's not what AEW is doing. AEW is taking young, hungry talent who want a different outlet than Vince McMahon's Mega Machine. This show was fantastic, top to bottom. Every wrestler brought it. Every surprise was surprising. Every mark out moment had me mark out. I just think that people who you can like WWE and AEW, it's not. If you like wrestling, you like wrestling.
Yeah.
And I think that AEW is for wrestling fans. I was just, Sid, anything you got to say about this?
I'm also sick of people thinking that
John's going to interrupt.
I'm also sick of people talking about the Elite booking themselves over when they're not even the fucking bookers.
Right, they're not. Tony Khan is.
Yes.
And here's the thing. It's your first show. You want a strong showing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And the Young Bucks winning probably had nothing to do with Tony Khan. It probably had to do with AAA.
Yeah. And I don't see the Elite putting themselves over when Jericho beats Omega on their first show in the main event.
Right. Jericho isn't part of the Elite.
No.
Yeah. So another argument I saw, and this was because I was on like a Facebook group and
this is the fuck Twitter portion of our show.
Huh?
And Facebook.
No,
there's dumber motherfuckers
I don't
on
even
Facebook
look on Facebook
than there are on Twitter.
I said this.
So hold on. Let me
I
just
said
say this. So,
this is the fuck Twitter portion of our show.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Or social media in general.
Yeah.
But anyway, one guy was telling me, he's like, there's like, except for like Chris Jericho and Dustin Rhodes and Kenny Omega, like we don't know any of these people. So how can the show be successful? I said, well, in WCW, we didn't know Goldberg, we didn't know Sting, we didn't know we didn't know who. Even in WWE, we didn't know who Seth Rollins was. We didn't know who Roman Reigns was. We didn't know who any of these people were. And then you grew into them as you started watching the show. So same way, you will watch SCU and you'll love them. You'll watch Cody. Well, Cody everybody knows, but you'll watch Jungle Boy and you'll love him. MJF, Joey Janela, you name it.
They put MJF over already.
Yeah.
People should already be saying his name.
And you know how Cody has said that in AEW wins and losses matter, right?
Right.
MJF is going to be your classic overconfident heel that loses all the time.
No, he's going to find ways to win.
Yeah, or that.
You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. It's just going to... But I agree with Sid.
You already got your top heel. In one night, they have title feud, secondary feud, top heel, top face, women's division, tag division.
And already three matches booked for, more or less booked for Fight for the Fallen.
Yeah.
The next pay-per-view. So, there you go. You got Jericho versus Page for the title.
Also, Jon Moxley will make his in-ring debut for All Elite Wrestling at Fyter Fest. That was announced.
Oh, nice. Yeah, so you have already Jericho
also,
versus Page.
Full-time, multi-year deal.
Yes, that's true.
So, Sid, try and say what you said.
No, I'm just saying that we already have three matches booked for Fight for the Fallen, which, Page versus Jericho, the Bucks versus the Rhodes brothers, and, Moxley versus Kenny. So, we have that. And the thing is, like, I like that they're not immediately, just because they're the Elite and they are the EVPs or whatever, they're not putting themselves in title picture or just off the off. Unlike, what Scott Hall and Kevin Nash did in WCW.
Yeah.
Basically it just became a glorification of Hogan, Hall, and Nash at the end of the day. Kind of, even with early TNA, from what I saw, that was... If I correct me if I'm wrong, Tim, but
You're wrong.
Okay, it's fine. But
I don't know.
Yeah,
early TNA was really about like Jeff Jarrett and putting over like younger talent like AJ Styles and stuff like that. They just wanted to be extreme. They kind of wanted to be like
Hogan
ECW, but not.
Yeah,
Yeah, but that's not early TNA. That's like mid
TNA.
Almost.
Okay,
end.
mid TNA then.
Yeah.
Mid TNA, that's what I meant. I'm sorry. But yeah, so yeah, I'm just glad that they're actually doing it right. You know, wrestlers running a wrestling company are doing it properly. You know, so this is how you should have done it all those times. If they did it this way, we would still have WCW. You know.
Right. Exactly.
Whatever. But yeah. But overall, like I said, great show. As I mentioned again, 2 thumbs up on the NerdyMark scale. So
I think you had a great point with, you know, you grow as you watch. You grow with the person.
Yeah.
I hate how people said, like, you know, aside from a couple of matches, this reads like an indie flyer or whatever.
Yeah, I think
and to a degree, that's what AEW is. It's taking talents from all over the world, all over the independent scenes, all over the world, and going to make them worldwide stars. And so who cares if you don't know who they are yet? Who cares if you don't think it's worth the money? Try it. Try it. Dip your toes into the water, you sons of bitches.
Remember what your mom said when she wanted you to eat something you didn't like it? Try it before you don't like it. You know? Yeah.
They're just all boiled frogs in the stew of WWE. Frogs? Yeah, you don't know what boiled frogs are?
Oh, boiled frog.
Neither of you know what that
I don't know
means?
that term.
Okay, so
I can infer what it means. But
if you get into hot water,
yeah,
you're like, oh my god. But if you get into water when it's lukewarm and you keep turning it up and it starts boiling and boiling, they adapt to it and they don't understand that they're being cooked.
Right. Yeah.
That's how all these. Oh, I'm gonna stick to WWE because I've been a WWE fan my whole life, and I don't care.
Go ahead.
I don't care if I'm upset about everything all the fucking time. I'm just gonna stick to it because you know I have much history with it. Because that's a lot of the stupid shit that I read.
Yeah,
that's fine. Go ahead. You know, go enjoy watching Lesnar climb the damn ladder and grin at your face and laugh at your face because you don't like it.
While he shoots steroids.
And while 7 other people did all the work. So yeah, go ahead and have at it and wipe your ass while you're at it too. Seriously.
Well, Sid gives this show a 2 thumbs up. John, what do you give it?
A+.
That's right. And I made the joke last night that when AEW television starts, this podcast might just become an AEW podcast. And John, you agreed with that sentiment.
Yeah.
So it might
an AEW / NJPW / NXT podcast /
Impact. I like
just anything except main roster WWE.
Yeah.
Exactly. We're coming back.
You guys had an episode. Didn't you guys have an episode called Everything But Raw or something like that?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Something like that. So next Saturday, right after NXT TakeOver, we're going to be live streaming. Me and John. No Sid next week.
Yeah.
Sid needs to start focusing on his video editor skills and be a good man for his family.
I mean, okay. By the way, NerdyMark is not going away just because of the job. Like, I'm still gonna make videos.
No more Arlete.
You guys are gonna cover NXT TakeOver.
We still like you.
I'm excited for TakeOver.
We're still like you.
I'm excited for TakeOver 2025. I still am. You know, it doesn't mean like
that fucking 4-tag ladder match looks awesome.
So Sid
versus Breeze. Hello.
Sid, what do you want to say before you get off of here?
I want to say, first of all, thank you guys, as always, for inviting me and, letting me share my opinions and thoughts here. This is, I'm very excited for what AEW has to offer now. I will have to see if maybe I can incorporate that into my channel or possibly, we do something together. Wink. I'd see I'm winking, like Cody Rhodes. And, let's see if we can maybe make that a thing where all 3 of us, on one platform review AEW So we'll see. I mean, I think I would love to get in on that too. So I mean, if you need me there, I'm always there. But thank y'all for everything. Thank you for being a friend. You know, like the Golden Girls theme song. Thank you for being a friend. Yeah. Anyway, yeah. I have too much to say, but I think we'll be here for way longer than we need to. But thank y'all for everything. You know, do your thing. What else do you want me to say? I don't know.
I don't know.
And oh yeah, I guess I'll say it. And Vince McMahon, if you want to see Vince McMahon, let him know that Light Yagami wants an autograph in this little notebook. Anyway, oh God,
that was.
That's where we end him. See you, Sid.
See you later. I'll pick up Rio now. Bye bye.
See you, bud.
Too sweet.
Too sweet.
Bang!